End of the video. Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video we're going to be going over a mechanic that EA put into the game that has possibly made your life a little bit harder when you guys are passing. But we're going to go over that and how to prevent yourself from doing so. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below on anything you guys might be struggling with. If you guys want an ebook, if you guys want this, if you guys want that, just leave it down in the comment section, or just comment FTA. If you guys are back for another video, man, you guys already know the vibes. It's for the algorithm and it helps push these videos out to more and more people. And the more people that see these videos, the more we grow. Now, let's get right into it, man. Passing the ball. There's one thing that players that are a little bit, that are not as good of players, they tend to do when they're passing the ball. And what that is they end up taking their quarterback and drifting a little too far back in the pocket. So I'm going to take Brunel here, who's my quarterback here. And if you drop back about 10 yards, you see how the buttons have disappeared. Your quarterback cannot make any throw on the field right now. So I'm going to throw to X, and as you can see, it's way overthrown. Now, granted, that's a simple, it looked like that was what, like a 30-yard pass. So we drop back 10 yards, and I'm going to see where Kittle is. So Kittle is going to come back. Hurry up. So Kittle is he's about 5, 10, 15, 20. It's about a 25-yard pass, and it's overthrown just terribly. And sometimes you'll get an overthrow where it goes over your head and you'll end up throwing an interception. And this is something that is very, very frustrating, especially with the meta that was last year, where we would literally sit there and roll out in the pocket, and then we'd be able to sit there, you know, and kind of go crazy. In this game, you have to simply, there's a tactic that you can do to actually help yourself out, but you can't do it after the 10-yard. Now, before I go into it, I do want to state, this is a terrible mechanic that EA implemented into the game, but again, it's for the it was for the escape artist meta. That's why this is in the game. So previous years, if you had a quarterback that was, you know, mobile and had like certain abilities, you'd be able to sit there and roll around in the pocket, and it didn't matter, and you'd be able to sit there and run around and then sit there and throw yourself a nice dot. They've prevented you from doing that by adding this mechanic into the game, and that's why it's in the game. It's to prevent the people who are running around going crazy in the back of the line of scrimmage and then being able to throw a dot, like the backwards throws, like the dashing deadeye type of throws and stuff like that. That's what this is there to prevent. Okay, so the way that you stop yourself from doing this is simply learning how to work a better pocket. So you don't move back, you move up. Okay, you move up and then side to side and kind of like tip tap. Shout out to Zan. If you guys don't know, that's probably one of the best tip channels in ever, to be honest, in my opinion, at least. And I rate pretty harshly, but Zan has a video on pocket presence that has helped me, and it's something that a lot of people need to learn, and that's simply just like the tap. I was gonna make my own video on it, but I was like, you know what, he already made a good enough video, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. But again, that's one way to prevent this from happening. Now, there's another way to kind of help yourself out when it comes to this. So if you guys are dropping back, right, and you find yourself dropping back but still having a little bit of space, if you come back within that 10-yard mark of the line of scrimmage and then double tap a button, your icons come back up. So you won't be lost on where to throw the ball. And as you can see, we end up making a nice read. Sometimes we get players that sit there and they send two people. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and showcase that. I'm gonna go ahead and just send two people, the two people that are on the edge, and you'll have a pretty solid pocket, and you end up finding yourself, okay, and that time, even with two people, they end up getting a shed. This game is not the greatest. But again, let's do that one more time. So you end up getting two people, right, being sent, and you drop back thinking that you have a lot of time, and then you move up, and now you're sitting there lost. Like, who am I supposed to throw to? I don't know what any button is. You double tap any of the buttons, and it brings back all the icons, which means you'll be able to see the buttons that are on the field, and you'll be able to actually make a read. This is something that a lot of people don't know, so get used to it, because it's something that might save you in a crunch time situation, because I know that this is a frustrating thing. Now, again, if you guys drop back, it doesn't matter how short the route is. If you guys drop back that 10 yards, EA will make you overthrow that pass. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put all these guys in hitches, okay? And I'm going to drop back the 10 yards. So I'm dropping back 10 yards and I'm throwing a pass. And as you can see, inaccurate. I'm going to do that one more time so you guys see the example again. I'm going to drop back and put these guys all on hitches, okay? This is a 96 overall quarterback, okay? As soon as those icons go, you see how bad of a throw you get when you've dropped back that far? And it's simply to prevent quarterbacks from doing this. Oh, I'm running around and then trying to throw a dot. Now, granted, I could have possibly thrown a nice little laser there running off my back foot. But again, it's not something that you want to live or die by. You'll end up getting a better throw running cross body with the icons up than you'll get with just literally having hitches on the field and being 15 yards away from throwing a dot. So again, this is simply a 5, 10, 15. This is about a 20-yard throw. 20-yard throw. Look, and it's just, you can't make this. Most quarterbacks in the NFL are able to make a throw that far, and with this little mechanic that EA has put into the game, it's made it almost useless to drop back in the pocket. So even if you guys end up getting a quarterback later on throughout the year that you guys are able to sit there and scramble around with, this is put into the game to prevent people from utilizing or abusing the mechanics of escape artists, where they're running all the way back and they're running all the way forward and then still finding a way to make a dot. But if you do find yourself doing that, again, you have to sit there and utilize the pump fake. So let's do it one more time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. So Brunel drops all the way back, and then you find yourself finding a button. You have to pump fake, and then you'll be able to sit there and throw yourself a beautiful laser. And that was perfect. I'll show the instant replay, and then I will get out of your hair. So again, you drop back 10 yards, the icons disappear, you come back, and then you pump fake. You see how I went for the pump fake? The icons come back, and then as you can see, we are able to get an accurate throw there. Beautiful execution, and it's something that will save your life depending on how fast your quarterback is. It might end up leading you to take a sack, so sometimes you might want to throw the ball away, but for this, it will help you see your icons again. So, before I get out of here, the last thing, even if you are behind the line of scrimmage and those icons go away, the pump fake will not bring them back because you're still behind that far. As you can see, nothing is going to bring them back, and you will always get an inaccurate pass. You have to move back up within that 10-yard mark, or else you will always get that inaccurate pass. My name is Pony Montana. Hopefully this tip helps you guys out, especially if you've been dropping back in the pocket as much as some people have, because again, this is not going to help you or me or anybody that is playing Madden. As you can see, horrible, inaccurate. Every single time I've dropped back in the pocket, 10 yards. But I'll see you guys in the next video, man. As always, if you guys are struggling with anything, leave it down in the comment section, and I will try my best to find something for you. 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.